Hey everybody, Cal here. Continuing on with part 12 of our Let's Play of Total War Warhammer as the Necromancers.
It is night.
Just recapping where we were last time. We had put down Karak Kadrin one more time, and Gustav gained the Dawi Hater trait. The Empire continues to be pushed back with a nice buffer zone around our lands. And Karak Hearn declared war on us, sacked the moot, and Heinrich Kemmler's army is heading out to try to capture them, both for payback and because we have actually a mission to go attack him. Also, Gustav is going to be building up an army soon. And back at Castle Drakenhof, we should be ready next turn to start building the Lodestone of Darkness, which we need to get our White King and a few other units that we're also quite interested in. I do believe that essentially everything is done for this turn, so we're going to go ahead and hit the end turn button and see what shakes out here. I'm expecting this army from Karak Hearn here to run along. Which is unfortunate. I had hoped to catch them out last time at the end of the turn, but it was not in the stars. So unfortunately, they seem to be slipping past us there, but hopefully we'll catch up to them some point in the next few turns. Okay, well, the moot is ready for level 2. But I believe what's actually much more important is to get Rickert all the way over to Castle Drakenhof
Your wish, I'll remake Van Hels's
to reduce the cost of the Lodestone of Darkness. Now we also would like to get the Reliquary, but we can wait an extra turn or two for that. It's not as essential as getting the Lodestone set up, because not only do we need the Lodestone to recruit the White King, but we also would like it, not only do we need the White King because he's just a good unit, but he'll also get us advanced on Heinrich Kemmler's story mission. So let's take Sasha here and see if we can't block this army here. But they're still on guard for 4 turns. Wow, 4 turns they're on guard. That's distressing. So rather than continuing to pursue, I think we're going to send Kemmler up north a bit, and he's going to sneak his way around and hopefully get into maybe Grunberg. Nuln, I think, is still beyond our ability to take, unless the Empire is being extremely negligent, which I don't think they are. Meanwhile, we're going to pop Gustav into Castle Tempelhof to help with the public order situation there, which seems to have stabilized since I last checked it, which may have been a while ago. And what we'd really like to start recruiting are the Grave Guard of Great Weapons. They should do really very well against dwarves, which was what we're going to sort of focus him on. But before that, we need some more filler units for the army. I'm just wondering what the best choice here would be. Now, we could use probably a couple units of bats, and I'm wondering, do we need a second unit of Vargeists? We probably don't. 1 unit of Vargeist is probably enough. So a couple units of bats, just for going in to tie up Dwarven artillery. The zombies are, again, just meat shields. Crypt Ghouls, we know what Crypt Ghouls and the Konigstein Stalkers are for. They do poison damage. The Grave Guard are just generally good units. They're shielded, and the Graveguard with Great Weapons will be our main armor-piercing main armor-piercing threat. So we'll like to get a good chunk of Graveguard with Great Weapons. We don't have infinite money though, so we'd like to recruit the cheap units for our army first, which makes it a little bit of an upside down recruitment strategy where you have to think of what your full army is going to look like and then work backwards. So this brings us up to 14, so we have space for 6 more, which means that this turn and then next turn we'll recruit the last 4. So the last 4 should probably be our most expensive 4 units. The Graveguard with Great Weapons are 265 upkeep, whereas the Black Knights, which we probably want a couple of those as well, they're not armor piercing, or not majorly armor piercing, but cav in general is quite good. I'm also a little bit tempted to just switch to Black Knights with Lances and Barding. They don't have significantly more armor piercing damage, but they are much more heavily armored themselves, and that charge bonus is immense. I mean, that said, the Bar guys have been doing pretty well, and they don't have much of a charge bonus on them at all. So maybe that's not necessary. So I think it's going to be 2 units of Black Knights, and that's gonna be all that we can recruit this turn, and we can continue to send our vampire down towards the oh, interesting. This was turn 27 or turn 47. There was some sort of battle here. It doesn't say who was between though. So interesting. So Eckendorf is just a ruin there. It's quite tempting because it's a provincial capital. So if we take it, we can build it up as we get walls at level 1 basically. So that's quite tempting. We might want to start sending Helman Gorse down that direction actually, because there's not really anything here for him to need to protect against, so we can just sort of send him out in that direction, and he can probably easily just capture it on his own. Hopefully we'll have enough money for it in the following turn, because we want to start the reliquary next turn as well, which we should have just enough money for, which means that perhaps we should not be recruiting the cavalry just yet. It is a conundrum. You want the money, but you also want the troops. Okay, well, I think that's everything we want to do this turn. Oh, Sasha's still wandering around here. Let's see, what can we see out this way? Ah, there's an Empire army from Balthazar Gelt up here. So if we can continue sneaking, hopefully he'll force march into Wertbad and try to take it next turn, and then we can bottle him back up, because his army will be, or his armies would be low if they try to take it next turn. I don't think he can because he's in force march right now, but we might be able to catch him out or something. Go ahead and end the turn, and we'll see what shakes out of this. Yep, and he comes. And he's going to go right up to... Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's just... I think... Oh, that is very tempting. Very, very tempting. He's going to be tired and taking attrition from Vampire Lands here. Obviously coming up to try to do something against me. But yeah, let's see here. I guess my options are He's just barely in range. So if I pop out and try to take him on, and he doesn't retreat, which he may not, because to be honest, that's a pretty scary army.
This action does not
Yeah,
reflect
if he doesn't retreat, and we fight him, then we could win. If he does retreat, then we're kind of caught out with our pants down. The other alternative would be to stay here, hidden, and hopefully next turn he comes in and gets caught, which I think might be a better option. We're gonna go ahead and pop in the reliquary, which of course means that we don't have enough money to start in on the Graveguard with great weapons. But if we're not going out of if we have these humans to deal with this following turn, then perhaps sending Gustav over to Fort Overstyre to just sort of shore things up on this side is the better move. Fort Overstyre does have walls, so even if he gets caught in there, we should have time to react in some capacity. I think we're gonna keep sending Helmengorst south. I don't think we're in range of. Yeah, we're just out of range of those dwarves there, so we should be able to slip past them and grab Eckendorf, which will give us a walled settlement in one turn. And okay, so we have the Bloody Hands here, and Torque is also raised. Interesting. I think there must have been a war between the Bloody Hands and the Border Princes, and the Bloody Hands won. So it's a very interesting situation. The carrot, right here, action cost is reduced for now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is try to block the Emperor's army here. That's going to significantly limit their movement range. So hopefully Gelt ventures out on his own, and if we're lucky, we'll catch him with Kemmler, because Kemmler is very well positioned here to catch passing armies. And even if we don't catch them, as long as they don't see us, we should be able to sneak up on them pretty easily. And we are in range. Oh, we're not quite in range of Wartbat, so we should fix that.
Domination is ours.
So we'll move up just a bit and go back into ambush stance, which we should have. I should have 70% ambush chance here. Okay. Okay, this is looking promising. Now Rickart's work here is done, so we're gonna go ahead and send him back over towards the moot to help out there.
Corpse master.
And once again, it's gonna be a quick turn. We're just gonna end it there. Now let's see what the Empire does. Oh, they're going after Averland. That's interesting. The Emperor is way out of position here. He is in trouble standing around there. Now we know Balthazar Gelt is right here, so we don't want to go defensive alliance with Averland. What do we gain from it? I mean, they have an army, and we don't have to pay for it, so that's something. But I have a feeling like we're gonna sort of envelop them here, and I mean, it would be nice if someone else got involved in the disputes that we have, but we're already at war with these groups. They're not going to join us in those wars. It's just any new wars that happen. Well, I don't really have any plans to take Averland anytime soon, and Vampiric Corruption may do our work for us anyway and just wipe them out in the long term. So I'm going to take this. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully Gelt's army there is held up sufficiently. Karakern is doing something. Zufbar wandering around and taking attrition in Vampire Land. Not really sure what they're reshuffling their armies for. And we've detected Balthazar Gelt. So I did say that the Emperor is a tempting target. And he is in forced march. He has some pretty challenging units here, which if we can catch him out like this, which it appears we have, it'll be pretty good.
The Empire.
Unfortunately, Averland's army is not strong enough to actually hold against this. But if we can, so then they were taking attrition in here. It seems that the Vampiric Corruption is falling, presumably because they have some Lords of Banners or something in here. So that's trouble. See, because I could attack Karl Franz, but he's probably just going to run away. And the same for Balthazar Gelt. And once our hand is played, it's played. I suppose the difference is that if Gelt runs away, he's caught out of position in Averland with a bit of attrition on all of his units. And I guess the other question is, are our units actually better than his? Well, our Lord is certainly higher level. So can we actually win? Can we actually win this battle? Because he does have quite a few. I mean, his cavalry contingent is colossal. He has a huge amount of cavalry. We do have a whole bunch of spearmen. So that's something in our favor. He only has one mortar, and we do not have any flying units to take care of it. We have a similar setup with the Emperor, with the addition of some unbreakable units, and some gunners and some Demigryph Knights. Well, let's see. We can send Sasha in and attempt to assassinate Gelt, which might not be a bad plan at all. We failed. We did gain a level and a trait, which is always nice. Okay, so yeah, the second part of the tree has quite a few nice things in it. I think we're gonna go for the Vampiric Corruption first, though, because that's the thing that we need. We sort of need the most. Vampiric Corruption is still falling in Warp Bad. Okay, so our options.
Darkness comes.
Okay, so we're going to send Gustav up here. Send him in an ambush stance, because it looks like Thingrim is up to his old tricks again. Kemmler, I think that what Balthazar Gelt and Karl Franz are going to try to do is take Averland, or Averheim. So we're going to just move up ever so slightly in this direction. Go back into ambush stance. We're taking attrition now, but only a little bit. Let's see how many. 100. Oh, that's actually quite a bit. Yeah, so that's too bad.
More mausoleums to defile.
In our land, he reduces construction cost. In
Then go.
their land, he reduces the Winds of Magic Power Reserve. So that's actually, we will go ahead and do that, because if we get caught by Gelt somehow, then we would like to have a way out. I don't really see. I think we should be able to get away from his army, or if not, at least away from Franz's army. But if we get spotted, things may go badly for us. This may go badly for us. You know, we should really pull back from here. If we get spotted, it'll be all over. So we're gonna pull back just a little bit more.
Not likely.
Gelt can pull up to here. The thing is, I don't really want to leave the forest, because I do actually want to stay
Across
hidden.
the map. Yes, the time is right.
But at the same time, I don't really want to be. don't really want to be stood around warp bad taking attrition.
I need
This is a tough call. Well, I think we're just gonna pop just across the border here. Go into ambush stance. Probably what's going to happen is that things will revolve around us normally. We'll probably both get spotted, but we'll have to take our chances. In the meantime,
merciless. I love it.
we're going to have Helman Gorst head on up here. Can we raise some undead here? Oh my goodness, yes. There are many undead to be raised. That'd be 800 and 400 upkeep for a small group of zombies. Just I'm not really sure. It seems a little suspicious that there's nobody at all here, and I don't want to be jumped on this turn. But maybe I'm just being paranoid. He is all by himself, so I'm not too worried. Hildegard, we're gonna keep sending you around here. Keep sending you around to check things out. Yeah, so these guys. Clan Engren does not like vampires. That seems to be a certainty. But we're getting closer on our buildings. Closer on our buildings all around. Now Rickard is deployed in a silly place. So let's forget about that. And go ahead and end the turn. And if we're lucky, if we're very lucky, then we won't be spotted. But we appear to have been spotted. So Gelt is swinging around to try to attack us. We are going to run the hell away from that. Now, what are they doing? Kern is going to run away because they saw our army up there. Zifbar is... I don't really know what Zifbar is doing. Maybe they're going to go take Karakudrin. Yeah, Kemmler was spotted. Too bad. Now, Balthazar Gelt's army is now pretty beat up. If we could get lucky and take out one of these lords, ideally Gelt, but he's on watch. How How about Frenzy Boy? He is not. So we're going to go ahead and attempt to assassinate the Emperor. And we were successful. That's the third time we've killed Karl Franz. He's not having a good day here. Okay, so if we swing around with Kemmler, then I think we can attack Alterman? Arn, I don't know. I think in general Gustav's army is faster. He has several faster units, so he will be the reinforcing army.
Yes.
We will send up here. And we can put him into channeling stance. Not sure if that makes a difference if he's not the initiating army.
Do you need fresh troops?
We can
The Shamblers
deploy Rickert here,
Vampire law is supreme.
and we can go ahead with. Oh, we can go ahead and attack the now lordless army with Heinrich. Meanwhile, can we raise dead anything fast? We can. So we can just go ahead and 400 per unit of wolves. We'll grab 2 more units of bats just to tie things up. And do we need 2 units of wolves? Do we not? I don't think we will. I think this will be sufficient. Go up through here. Okay, now, so this is quite an even battle. It should be. I think it's going to be a tough one. We're going to want to try to take out this army here as fast as we can. I don't think we're going to be done fighting them when the reinforcements arrive. I will control a large army because, in my experience, in the past couple battles, it's turned out badly when we decided not to, due to the fact that our army, or we can't perform our summons. That's sort of core to being the vampire counts. The Banner of Eternal Flames. I don't know who. Fire damage to allies around self. Well, we can just put on one of the Grave Guard, and they'll be in there doing stuff. So if it helps at all, it'll help somebody. So we have. We're going to take the Rampager's standard, and we're going to put those onto our actual cavalry units, and hopefully that will make a good improvement to their abilities in battle. So this is hopefully going to go our way. We have channeling stance for Gustav's army. So let's see how this goes. Now, we did make the choice to attack the smaller army first, so hopefully that'll give us a chance to run up and take care of them. They do have artillery, but there is quite a bit of forest on this map, so hopefully we can creep through those woods and use that to our advantage. But yes, a lot of very threatening units in this army here. Okay, 15. Do we think we can do better? Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, so our reinforcements are coming in behind us. They're mostly fast, so they should get here in reasonably good time. Their reinforcements come right from the far edge. I think our reinforcements have farther to go if we engage them where they stood. Which they're definitely not going to come up to us. We do have some bats and some things in the reinforcing army, so hopefully that will all go to plan. As usual, we're going to stick some zombies up front as some sort of cannon fodder here. I guess literally this time. Our better units, I think we're going to want to hide our cavalry for sure in the forest. We're going to mix our ghouls in with our grave guard. Make a nice strong center, flanked by skeleton warriors. And we should also throw our corpse cart in with that group. Yeah, so the corpse cart's roughly in the middle. Because I always forget to put the corpse cart, move the corpse cart in. Put that in. Can the corpse cart hide? The corpse cart can hide. So all of our valuable units are hidden if we start off here. And go ahead and put 2 units of spears on each flank. And I think you know why, because we have some serious cavalry incoming in this battle. We put Kemmler in the middle, and yeah. So the idea is going to be to rush down with the zombies here. That will hopefully get their attention, and then we're going to wait for our fast units from the other army to come in, try to swing in, and they have quite a bit of cavalry here. They're just normal demigriff knights, not demigriff knights with halberds, but they're still a high threat because they're way better units than we have. That's a very high tier unit for the Empire to have at this point in the game. But yeah, we'll get in there and do our best. I think we're gonna spend a little bit of time just letting the zombies march up. Hopefully that'll catch them out of position as they sit around fighting zombies. So without further ado, okay. So Gustav, we're going to get up into the woods here. Try a similar sort of poison, non-poison formation up here. Get our knights all lined up. How many bats do we have, actually? Send our bats flying here around this way. That's all those units with just a bit of attrition on each of them. That's a bonus for us. And this unit is going to just have some zombies on the sides. Okay. So these fellas are going to be our secondary attacking force. We picked up some hidden units there. See if we can get some zombies into those guys. See if we can't get our bats in behind here. Or like this. And yeah, go ahead and waste your magic on those guys. I'm just going to wait for all my forces to come on up here for us to have a better sort of position. In fact, we're gonna send this army out to the left here. So those zombies are all going to die. It's okay though. They're distracting their units somewhat from the bats. I'm unconcerned with losing these zombies. Would have gone a little bit better if we hadn't, I guess. But it's not, definitely not the end of the world. I'm not really super worried about it. Okay, so these Vargeists can hide themselves on this slope, I think. Should be able to get out of sight here. Oh, mortars incoming on the bats. That's a new one. New military strategy. Send mortars at bats. Okay, so they're sending up these outriders. Which the outriders have 80 speed, the bats have 100, I think. Yeah, so I think we're going to send one unit of bats at each unit of outriders. And when they get caught, in come Vargeists. Like so. Okay, so now they're going to find our forces on this side, and our cavalry will take care of that. Okay, so I think these guys are pretty screwed now. These are Demigryph Knights, these are Demigryph Knights. Okay. So we're getting into some sort of kerfuffle here. Pull everything back again. Everybody run away. Okay, lock this formation, send them in here, and the other army will send off along the right. Now we do have some bats that are still alive. We can send in, we're just going to send all the bats after the artillery. Oh boy, this is going to be a mess. I don't know why the Black Knights are even in here fighting these guys. I'd like Gustav to get involved. Oh, and we've completely forgotten. Oh boy. Try to buff things up here. care of these? Oh boy, does not look like things went well for the bats that I sent over here. Okay, so do we see Balthazar Gelt? Balthazar Gelt is all the way back here. We can throw this on him though. This is basically impossible to see what the heck is happening here. Hopefully we can send these guys in to take care of some handgunners or something. Maybe these Free Company militia. Try to keep this side up. Calling Krell. Okay, and send Krell after Balthazar Gelt. Throw some units in here, try to get some surrounds in. It's a weird placement of that. Oh goodness. Can we send our knights in after this? What's happening here? I don't know even where they are. Oh yes, we can. Knights are perfectly positioned to get into their ranged contingent. Okay, so keep on keeping on, I guess. Throw the miscast on to their lord again. I don't think we can see him. I suspect he's in here though. We have more units stood around doing nothing. Our doesn't come off cooldown. These guys not doing anything. Wrap around here. These ones, which will send just chasing to here, I guess. Oh, you kill these guys. Okay. Things are looking reasonably grim. We killed Balthazar Gelt, who ran into melee for some reason. That's interesting. Is this an enemy unit? It is. We'd like to get these Rex Guard dead if we can. And there they go. Get Himmler embedded in our own units. These guys are not sure why their units would do that, but
enemy wizard spotted!
this unit back there for some reason. Refocus on taking out their quote-unquote lord. Okay, it seems that we're taking things slowly. I think that's about rounded everything up. Black Knights can run down probably these Free Company militia. We don't have a lot of Black Knights left over. Ah, yes, kill the mortar. That's a good use of Black Knights. Not really sure what we're still fighting here. There was some unbreakable units in there. Okay, go ahead, speed things up. Are there any more units to be run down? They're not going to catch the Outriders, I don't think. Maybe Sterling's Revenge. And some great swords. Kill some great swords off. That's always a bonus. Yeah, because everything we kill now, we don't have to kill later. So that was pretty hard. It was pretty difficult to see what was going on in that fight. I find when you get more than 2 armies together, it gets really confusing. Might as well send everybody in to just stand by the Lord, regen up as much as they can. I don't know if that ability actually resurrects dead units. It doesn't say that it does. So yeah, I'm not sure if the passive aura regen does that or not. Yeah. Okay. I think that's just about all we're gonna get. It's gonna call it a Pyrrhic victory, but I feel like we did really quite well considering how huge that battle was. I mean, the Reiksguard and the Demiurge Knights admittedly did kind of crush us, but we took out quite a few of their units. And once again, the Empire is on the back foot. It did cost us most of Heinrich's army. That I think we spent like 10 turns or so recruiting it. But it was for something like this. This is what the armies are for. Oh goodness! Return captives is 1240. Dominant captives only 3%. I really wish that this was higher. Or murder captives for increased leadership. I think the return captives is the best choice here. That's a lot of money. And we did create a battle site here. So public order from a restless spirit. That's nice. Picked up an enchanted shield. That's good. Potion of strength for somebody. Great. All right. So they also fled in opposite directions, and I think we have enough movement on each of our lords to catch up with them. I think Kemmler can Verdi Helborg. This is a teeny tiny little army, so we're gonna upgrade Kemmler first. So we've just hit the second tier here. So the Wind of Death is pretty amazing. I mean, Power Drain plus 15 Magic Reserve would be nice as well. Both are tempting. I think I'd like to have the extra magic before I have more things to spend it on. I mean, this will give us basically 1 extra cast of Wind of Death during the whole battle, which we kind of need. We're going to send Kemmler up here. And we're going to have to fight this one as well, I think. Yeah, this is not going to... Nothing comes easy. Thankfully, this is going to be a much smaller battle. So easier to control. Easier to control battle is what this should be. We don't have any fast units, so those, except for our cav, so those outriders may be a problem. But as long as we can keep our cav from being killed by their cav, we should be able to just chase down the outriders, because they can't fire in all directions. The pistoliers can, the outriders cannot. Okay. They don't have a proper lord or anything, and they're the Demigryph Knights. There's 4 Demigryph Knights. They have many more pistoliers, many more handgunners. I mean, admittedly, we have 8 and 13 on our side, so it's not amazing. But okay, we only have 1 unit of Crypt Ghouls with the Crypt Ghouls on one side, the Corpse Cart on the other. We'll put 2 units of spears on either flank, and we'll call that a day. We'll go ahead and deploy in the woods here, because why not? We get bonuses for our infantry if we stay in the woods. We're going to send these guys in here. We're going to put the spears offset backwards just a little bit. And I think we're going to lock that formation like that. Kemmler will stay in the middle for auras and such, and we'll keep our... Oh, I just said keep in the middle, and we'll put our cav over here. Now we do need to put something expendable-ish out in the open, so that's going to be this group of skeletons. Hopefully draw them to us. If not, then we'll have to venture out of the woods. So these skeletons should be the only thing visible. Come on, guys. Alright, I guess we have to rush them. Take the high ground here. We'll keep the cav in the forest, I think. Well, we may have just tipped our hand. We'll speed things up. So I think what we're going to have to do is use Van Hell's Dance Macabre, which I think, what does the Overcast give us? Effect area, yeah. So we'll have to use that on our Black Knights if we want to catch the Outriders properly. Alright, well I think our hand has been tipped already. So we're going to send up our Black Knights in one big long line, I guess. Perhaps 2 lines like so. Lock that formation. Okay. Try to get some sacrificial skeletons in there, I guess. These guys need not run. Send you down here. Hi, the Black Knights in the forest here. They have the high ground, unfortunately. We might be able to even it by sending it up like this. Going at regular speed, because now we're going to send skeletons, summon skeletons, up, head here. Oh, Black Knights, get out. Spears, get in. Black Knights, get out. Okay, if we get spears into those Demigryph Knights there, that'll be good. Set these spears up in here. Similar thing with these Demigryph Knights, try to get things to engage them. We're just going to summon another unit of zombies up here. Okay, so that should deal with that, and hopefully we can take care of these handgunners here. Lock this formation and just send them in. Actually get involved here.
I know what I do. Even Drell would be impressed.
Okay, so these fellas are all attacking these 3 Demigryph Knights. That should speed them up enough. Try to pull these guys through, get a full surround on to these Demigryph Knights. Try to keep them from moving. It's taking a long time to kill like 3 or 4 Demigryph Knights. This one has more guys in it. But lucky, they should be fast enough like this. These guys are 95, 92. Like, in theory, they're fast enough, but in practice, not so much. So we're going to end that battle. I think we thwomped them good. And hopefully this army will just fall over. Because I don't want to have to deal with Demigryph Knights again. At least not for a while. So 64 kills, even though we pretty much had him beat from the get-go. Okay, now 708 versus 3%. I will take 3% dominate captives, I think, this time.
Let us wander this way.
Scepter of Stability. I think we already have one of those, but that's fine.
Not likely.
Okay, so the Demi-Earth Knights are dead, and this is a ridiculous army to try to field against literally anything.
Bats and wolves.
How many died in this battle? I'm wondering. 33-29, so that's quite a good battle site. We're gonna get some good recruits out of that. So we'll throw a level into Gustav. What does he need? I think we're gonna go up the red line, so we'll continue to do that. Magical Animus plus 16 leadership, so that's the rallying cry for the Necro fellas. Once again, it gives us pretty even odds between these two armies. I probably should have done some raised dead in the middle there, but it's okay. We have most of our unit here. This army is much less threatening than the other one. Basically, our units of bats can probably take care of these outriders. They'll just run away from them. Yeah, even with like 4 bats apiece, which is that's really pretty hilarious. So we're gonna have to fight this one as well. It should be quick though. We're going a little bit over time on this episode, but that's all right. It's all as long as we're having fun, as long as we're fighting fights, keep making sure the Empire doesn't get too cocky, too full of themselves. It'll all be worth it. Okay, 18 is pretty good, so we're going to start deployment. Yeah, so it's really interesting that it gave us, I mean, the balance of power that's giving us right here is not representative of what it just told us. So, send you on here. Okay. We're going to do this and this. And I guess we'll throw some zombies in here as well. And this can be our main line. Sort of a quite a narrow main line, but that's what we got. I could throw Gustav in with the knights, and I will. It'll be fun. He'll go ride around and do stuff. Yeah, it'll be great. You guys will see. Okay, so I don't think there's anything particularly special we can do here. I mean, we could start way back or up on the hill or something, but I don't think there's. I mean, I guess one thing we can do is spread way the heck out. They don't have any proper cavalry. We'll blob up once we get there, and they should all have to turn around. But initially, we don't want to be a tempting blobbed up target. So yeah, we're gonna start our Necromancer and these fellows on this side, and the bats will go up over here. Our 8 bats. Okay. Start the battle, and literally everybody run the heck up. The bats, their job is going to be to go all the way around and take care of this guy here. I guess they're going to do a button hook for us. And actually,
I move swift at once. Yes, to that effect. The Necromancer.
Okay. Everybody get in here. Yeah, I'm not sure what the auto-resolve was trying to pull here. There is no chance these guys are going to survive this.
Only in unlight will they see. Very bad.
Okay, that takes care of that. Hopefully these guys are properly dead. 'Cause I don't really want them coming back from this. That was sort of ridiculous that these guys were around at all. But with that, we've once again really just sort of crushed the heck out of the Empire. To go ahead and dominate these captives again. Small, teeny, tiny little army. A forbidden rod. That's nice. We've gotten a lot of casting items the past couple turns here. Okay, and then Averland. Now we could send them after one of these tiny little armies that will just run away from them all over the map, or we could tell Averland to go take Nuln for us, because I don't want to have to do that. I do not want to have to do that. But yeah, that was quite a show of supremacy, I'd say. I think we're gonna have Kemmler force march. I think he can get back into our land. I think. I'm not sure if that's. Ha! Yes, just like half a pixel over the border. We can follow this up. Auto resolve that. There's just one unit of Free Company militia. 19 loot, oh boy. And we're gonna go ahead and dominate captives. And we will send you up to reinforce the moot in case the dwarves try to come back. Okay, so that was that was quite a turn, I think. That was quite a turn.
Absolutely not.
Thanks for watching, guys. I guess that was I feel like that was a pretty eventful, pretty good episode. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you also think it was a pretty good episode, then leave a like. I for one actually did really enjoy playing it, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. So thanks again, and we'll see you around here next time.